next speaker is Joti Healing. Right?
Close.
Coach. All right. Her lecture is Manifest Higher Connection and Purpose with Hypnosis. Joti is a Master Universal Energy and Reiki Energy Healer, certified medical clinical support hypnotherapist, also specializing in past life, interlife, and natal regression. With a master's in public health administration, focusing on complementary and alternative medicine, she assists both the general public and other healers in exploring deeper hidden aspects of themselves. Joti is establishing the Joti Healing Center, envisioning a space that blends nature and holistic healing modalities for comprehensive wellness. So, welcome, Joti.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. How's everyone? So my talk, and we've touched on this already today, and I noticed that we have a lot of overlap. Yet, not only do we have overlap, we have our individuality, and that's what makes us all so special. So, as mentioned, I am a hypnotherapist, integrative energy healer. But when we say that we are healers, we don't heal others. We help facilitate the self-healing of others. And we have our subconscious mind that we access through hypnosis. And our subconscious mind has a lot to do with these memories, with these patterns, with past experiences. But what if there was something that you wanted to find out that wasn't a past experience, that wasn't a behavior or old pattern that you would like to change? What if it's something that you know deep down within you that there's something there, and I want to access that? Well, I was on a journey for the past several years, a deep spiritual journey. I embarked on all kinds of spiritual practices, and I allowed myself to step back from the mainstream to really discover who I am. And so I would see visions, I would see all kinds of entities and animals and people of different cultures, and whether or not I had to do with them, some of them I resonated with, some of them seemed very foreign to me. But I realized there's something here, something that's not necessarily part of my current life, maybe not a past life, maybe there are some messages coming through. Yet when I stopped doing all these spiritual practices on a regular basis, I wanted to do this for myself. Now, how many of you in the room meditate? And how many of you in the room meditate easily? A lot of you, great. Now, I often have people tell me, I can't meditate. I can't get into that deep state. And here I was having that same challenge with myself. I can go into a journey, I can have visions, but when it came to self-meditating, I preferred the guidance of another voice. So I said, you know what? I'm going to hypnotize myself, because then I will be able to, hopefully, go on the journey myself without needing to be somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened. I connected with my higher self. And the higher self is different from the subconscious. And I really decided that, I have so many questions that are not being answered by the past life regressions or listening to my body talk. And for instance, I got a new hip in April. Yes, I've done the pre and post hypnosis surgery, hypnotherapy leading into the surgery and after surgery. But why was this happening? I wanted to talk to my higher self. Well, it turns out that there was an ancestral pattern that my physical body had been carrying for however long. It was very old patterning. And it turned out that there was a whole village of children and young people who were raped. And my body, as these people were being my ancestors, my body was carrying this pain, this trauma in my hip bones. So it wasn't my memory I was carrying, but I was chosen by my higher self to heal this for the lineage. And I felt, wow, what an honor to experience going through the healing experience of saying, hey, I'm going to go and talk to these different ancestors. And I was able to do that through hypnosis. And I'd like to find out, I was able to speak with soul parts with the help of others who helped facilitate this for me. And oh, all right, I understand why this is happening and this is happening, and what is my purpose? What is my purpose to heal this? Why do I need to heal this? Well, when you think of me right now, I'm creating a healing center. Right now, it exists energetically. It will, in the near future, exist physically in Snohomish. If I have a group of people with the trauma, with all these issues, and I know that I have helped heal my ancestry by talking with my higher self and saying, we want you, or I want you to learn how to surpass ego. I want you to learn how to not self-doubt, how to understand what forgiveness really is, because there happened to be a woman, an ancestor, her name is Misha, who blamed herself for the entire destruction of these youths' lives. She blamed herself. How could this one person possibly blame herself? It wasn't her fault, yet she felt responsible. And I thought, this is a big job. To talk with this person and say, hey, do you provide, would you like to heal this guilt? And this is my higher self facilitated through me. I have not been able to experience this through a past life regression. But by talking to this higher part of myself, saying, hey, if you are able to forgive yourself, and if you are able to release the guilt that this was not your fault, would you then understand that it may allow you to heal? And you can trust me. And this person was able to come face to face with me in this journey. And we were able to come to an understanding that, yes, I might not forgive myself right away, but I'm at least willing to listen and learn. And as I got the surgery, and I had all my healer friends from all over the country supporting me, holding space for me, and this whole hip was replaced, the visions started coming where the children were growing up. These children were happy. These children who were raped. It had changed history. In whether or not it actually changed history, somewhere in there, one of those timelines, the history was changed. And so I I discovered that, hey, if I can do this for myself, if I can access my higher self and learn about my greater purpose and how it's important for me to see what my responsibility is to all these people who come to the land where this healing center will be. It's really important that I understand that, yes, we have the subconscious mind, but let's even surpass that. And there is a difference between the subconscious mind and the higher self. And the higher self, we would say, is an aspect of the divine. It's the eternal part of yourself. It's your soul's purest form of consciousness. And it's connected to universal wisdom, higher dimensions. So now all of a sudden, we're not limited to human beings. We're limited to nothing. Whatever's willing to come through for us, let's run with it. So I started really experimenting with this more and taking it on as, okay, I always knew I was different. and here I am now accepting all this as being perfectly normal. I'm not so sure I would have had that same feeling had I been strictly in my subconscious mind, because once again, memories, patterns versus messages from the divine that I'm seeing in a new perspective. So my perspective became broader. My life's mission unfolded even greater. So where I came to this state 4.5 years ago with the intention of creating a healing center, a holistic healing center, I had no idea the depth that I would be able to assist others. Because healers started coming to me. Healers who, they've done the work, they have put in the hardships, they have gone through the dark night of the soul, and they're saying, I want to talk with my higher self. How do I do that? So I started facilitating these sessions that started through hypnosis, and then they evolved into conversations with the higher self. Now, where this can become very helpful with the physical body, as I've had a couple clients who said, I have something on my body and I'm not familiar with what it is or why it's there. And as Anna had said, our bodies do talk to us. Several people have said that. Well, if we have a stored emotion, something that we are holding on to, and we're not listening to our bodies, and we are not saying, hey, I need to focus on whatever healing needs to be done, the divine is going to speak louder, and the divine's going to speak again louder, and that divine is going to nudge us until we finally wake up to, hey, this is really going on with us. So if we are not paying attention, it can and may manifest in something physical, possibly even life-threatening. But when you speak with spirit and say, is this life-threatening? No. We're sorry, but we needed to get your attention somehow. You weren't listening. And as hypnotherapists, as healers, I think with a lot of professions, we help others. We don't always help ourselves. And so this was able to bring a lot of help, a lot of awareness to the people I work with by allowing them, by facilitating them in speaking with their higher selves. They were now able to say, I understand why such and such is happening within my body, and I am willing to do whatever it takes, whether it be surgery, several times it has been surgery, to understand that I'm going to allow my own purpose to unfold in this life, because I know that my lessons are meant to help others. So by accessing the higher self through hypnosis, it's something that we can do for ourselves when our meditation doesn't get us there. But it also, I find, it opens up to a greater, it opens up to limitlessness. And maybe you say, well, meditation opens me up to limitlessness. That was not my experience. And that was not the experience of some of these healers that I have worked with, where it really did bring a new dimension, a new window of opportunity for them. So when you are guided and now you're aligned with your life purpose, you have these really profound shifts in yourself, in your well-being. You are aligned, your ego drops, your kindness increases, your love increases. You become this vessel for this beauty and in this knowledge that now we can help so many more people. And I have found that connecting with my higher self and helping other healers connect with their higher selves in this way has really opened up their understanding of true potential. What it is that they can achieve in their life and help others when these people are stuck. How can we now help others get to that next level and expand them in ways that they never felt possible? Helping them mentor others and becoming that voice that, the doctors say, you have X amount to live, or you're going to be like this and you're going to be like that, and then to help others say, hey, I survived this. I can help all of you, and be that spokesperson. This is where I'm finding the growth has really helped in my practice. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. We were able to surpass a certain part of frustration in the not knowing. So does anyone have a question? I know I had less than 5 minutes, and does anyone have a question of how they think maybe it could?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you do a lot of these sessions with people that want to speak to their higher self. And how many sessions does it usually take? Is it just like one or like?
The people who want to speak with their higher selves are typically people who have already had experience with spirituality, who have already had experience with meditation. They're not afraid to go beyond.
So let's say I'm one of those people.
Uh-huh.
So would it take you take them on a kind of a hypnosis?
I take them on a journey. I will help them find a comfortable place within that journey where they're at ease, and allow the messages to come through for them.
And usually how long does that take?
It could take 1 session, it could take 3 sessions.
And do you have?
And it builds each time.
Do you have like stories or people that have what do you call it? Like when people have oh, this is what happened.
Testimony.
A testimonial.
Yeah.
I have one being written right now. There are some people who are not fully complete with their journeys, and they do not want to provide the testimony until that time. I have plenty of people who have given kind of watered down testimonies because their journey is incomplete in that way. But I'd be happy to speak more about individual, not by giving names or specific. I want to be very careful about what I say to you with regards to how I help people. However, I have helped people in ways that have really accelerated their healing and helped them find things within themselves that they would not have found otherwise. Does that help? Okay. Yes?
This question earlier today, we were talking about hypnosis with individuals. You mentioned about being in a group.
Yes.
But you still have you do individual hypnosis with each one of them depending on what they've gone through.
I
You
do.
actually
I
My
do.
question to you is, do you do, and also for everybody, I'm not a hypnotist, I'm not an expert. Do you do hypnosis for a group towards a common vision, corporate, in a company that they want to work towards?
I have,
Okay. So-
and
so
I'm
this is
happy to
not-
do it again. So if you came to me with a subject, I could create something for that group.
Okay, so it can be also diagnosis like what's stopping this organization from achieving, doing their best, coming up with.
I could create something like that. I'm not saying that everyone will have the same results. However, I can certainly create a program like that, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was, like, this is a section of the, or part of hypnosis, that's for group hypnosis rather than just one-on-one. So-
The ones I'm speaking of right now have been one-on-one, and by the way, they've been over Zoom. So, doing these sessions over Zoom is highly effective. Yeah.
Thank you.